Today, we're talking about which herbs are best to grow from seed, which ones are worth buying from a nursery, and why the real magic is growing the herbs you can't find at the store. This is Grow What You Eat, a special video with me, Shawnee Grows, and
Robin Gardens.
let's get into the best herbs to grow from seed to directly plant out into the garden. So, after your frost threat is gone, you can direct sow some basil seeds, all different types of flavors. Now, if you're at the time where your frost is still around, let's have you plant some parsley, cilantro, dill, chamomile, calendula, and chives. So, Robin, what are the best herbs to buy started from a nursery?
Well, I have found that rosemary, thyme, oregano, lavender, sage, mint, stevia, and lemon verbena are all good ones to buy at the nursery because they can be quite difficult to start and babysit from seed. And I have a little trick. I'll buy one plant, plant it in the ground, and if it's one that I want more of, I will plant seeds all around it and wait for those to come. So I have instant gratification with the plant and more to come later. And I particularly like to do it with rosemary because I like to dry it for the winter time because that's when I'm using it in my soups and stews. And this is a food grade zippable container. And this also makes a great present if you want to gift it.
I really like your tricks that you just mentioned about, planting something and then putting some seed around, right? And then knowing how to package it. Now, something new that you talked about was the orange mint. That might have to go in my cart this year if I can find a plant. That's an interesting one.
Oh, it's a tasty one for tea.
That's what I'm thinking is tea.
Yeah.
So let's do the herbs you can't buy at the store. You know, we need to grow those, right? I'm trying
Mhm.
some new ones this year, and I think Robin is too. I am going to try Lovage, and I hear that it tastes like celery and parsley combined, and I never see it fresh for sale. Do you see it at farmers markets?
No, no.
So there's something there about that. The plant called sorrel, I'm going to try to get to grow. It's described as a bright lemony taste like spring. I hear you add a couple leaves to maybe a salad. Summer savory is peppery. Supposedly, it's amazing with beans. I don't have experience with it. And I guess it's impossible to find fresh. So let's hear from you in the replay and in the live chat. What herbs do you grow that you cannot buy at the grocery store? So we also want to talk about how are we using these herbs. So Robin, give us some creative kitchen uses.
Well, both you and I like to make teas,
Hmm.
lots of combinations from the garden. Last summer, I found that lemon verbena together with my lemon drop basil and stevia. And you only need one or two leaves because, boy, is it sweet. Makes
Okay.
a wonderful tea. It makes a wonderful tea hot and cold. Another way to showcase your herbs is in a compound butter. It also makes, a little panache on the table for the holidays. So think about using your um, herbs to make a compound butter. And then my husband really enjoys tabbouleh, as do I. And it's best made in the summer when you've got plenty of fresh parsley and mint coming in from the garden. And it's the same time your tomatoes and your cucumbers and your scallions are also coming in from the garden. Um, Another one I like to do, Shawnee, is dill. And I like to plant that in successions.
Yeah.
I like a variety called Ducat,
Mm.
Dukat. That one works out really, really well. It's great for my pickles and it's great for tuna salad and grilled salmon.
I do love dill. I love growing armfuls of dill. I am excited. I have some seeds from Robin for this dill that she speaks of. So we're going to see how it grows in my garden. So to continue on, I do think that compound butters are such an easy way, and then I never do it. So maybe that could be a goal in the kitchen this year is to get myself some compound butter blends, right?
Yep.
We can also do things like herbal honey. So using 2 tablespoons of fresh herbs or 1 tablespoon of dried herbs per 1 cup of honey. Some combinations that you might want to try is your lemon thyme with honey. That's good in tea or just take it by the spoonful, right? A lavender honey can be drizzled on biscuits. There's a garlic and thyme honey blend that you can make for immune support. You can throw ginger, turmeric, and citrus together in honey for colds. You
Okay.
can do a lemon balm lavender if you want to take some for sleep.
I like lavender.
Do you like it?
I do. I actually put it in cookies with
What?
thyme, like a
Oh,
shortbread cookie with lavender and thyme. It's so interesting.
I hear about lavender syrup a lot to
Mm,
put in beverages. Yeah.
yum, yum,
We
yum.
also, I mean, if we're going to talk about tea, we also have to talk about dressings. I don't know why, but I feel like if you're doing one, you should do the other. So to make an herbal dressing, it's herbs plus olive oil plus apple cider vinegar, and you can add a sweetener and a thickener to it. So different ways to do that is parsley with lemon and olive oil and cracked black pepper, because I love black pepper. I wish I could grow it, right?
Yeah,
The dill and some yogurt for some kind of sauce or
sure.
like a dip, a basil vinaigrette. I am going to throw out a recipe for everybody an immune boosting green goddess. We're going to blend 1 cup of packed parsley. Parsley is one of my favorite herbs. Half a cup of mixed herbs. So throw in some dill, basil, cilantro, chives, dealer's choice. 3/4 a cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of a sweetener. So we're talking your honey or your maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of mustard, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There you go. Now there's
Um,
also
I gotta try that. That's
right. I know.
tasty.
Can
Ooh.
you taste it?
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm excited. We've got ways to use salts too. I've seen this with planted in the garden. They take a bunch of herbs and some dried peppers and they mix a bunch of salt together and they store it in a jar and then it's a seasoning that they have
Mhm.
to I've never done it. We're gonna try it though. So I have to talk about basil iced tea. Who here in the chat makes basil iced tea? I want to hear which basil do you grow? We have a recipe, a way how to do it if you don't know. So you harvest your basil leaves, about 2 cups packed, and place it in a half-gallon mason jar, or Pyrex, whatever you got. Boil 6 to 7 cups of water and pour the water over the basil. You're letting it steep now at this point, 20 to 30 minutes. But do know that the longer you let it steep, the stronger the flavor. So then you strain the basil leaves out of the tea. You are able to put honey in it if you want. While it's warm, it helps emulsify it together better. Stirring it, you can add lemon juice. You can actually make it ahead of time and have it in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. Serve it over ice, right?
I
It's
would never last 2 weeks in my
no,
fridge.
I would have to make like a giant amount. And then if you wanted a relaxation or anxiety blend, you can mix chamomile, lemon balm, and lavender together for your calming sedative anti-anxiety, right? Tea.
Mhm.
A cold and congestion relief tea would be combining a mullein leaf, mint, and thyme to support your respiratory health, of course, with honey. So herbs aren't just for cooking. They're ecosystem builders, filling empty spaces, mid-layer plants, living mulch, flowers for pollinators. Robin, what do you see in your ecosystem?
Oh, I plant plenty of extra parsley because the black swallowtails come and lay their eggs on my parsley and their little caterpillars grow up there. So I have plenty of parsley in my yard. I also let my oregano and my thyme eventually go to flower in the garden because the pollinators just love it. Borage is another herb that will bring in the honeybees, the bumblebees, the native bees, and draw in the beneficials like parasitic wasps, hoverflies, ladybugs. And they're not just flavor and function, they're beauty. They add a high end kind of appeal to a summer dish, like a salad, maybe a cocktail.
I agree. I agree. So coming up over on the Shawnee Grows channel, if you haven't seen my tomato seed haul, my pepper seed haul, my full garden seed haul, and I laid out the plan of how I plant spring, summer, and fall to grow and eat, check out my channel. Robin, what's happening over on your channel?
Well, I talked earlier about compound butters, so go over and check out my compound butter video. And I also do the Roots and Rambles episode once a month with Shawnee on her channel, Shawnee Grows. And we unpack all kinds of garden topics. The last two we did were garden hacks and myths and winter sowing. And we've got an episode coming up on the power of color in the garden.
That's
So make
right.
sure that you're subbed to Shawnee's channel.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Remember,
good one.
yeah, to grow what you eat and
Eat what you grow.